Hello, my sisters. So I have a message that I channeled for you guys last night. I'm gonna consult my handy dandy notebook. Your rest and reset are protected. Learning how to release control and trust yourself is hard work. These are the new skills that you've been learning while you've been in your hermit mode. So the way our hermit mode, because a lot of this collective has been hermiting the last few months, but it's more like a chrysalis. It's more like we're coming out, like we went in caterpillars, right? Like we had one set of skills, we had one directive, we were pulling in knowledge, learning what skills we were going to need to learn. But really it was all about amassing what we needed and kind of munching through everyday life, right? So we were very much on the caterpillar track. Um, and then in these last 6 months or so, like we've become a chrysalis. So caterpillars don't go into a chrysalis or they don't go into a cocoon. They turn into the chrysalis. They develop a hard outer shell and then they like their insides basically turn into soup, like cell soup. And from that soup inside of the hard outer shell, like wings grow and legs grow. Different legs than the caterpillar legs, like little tiny dainty legs, not the big stomping around. Anyway, that all develops from the soup inside of the hard outer shell, and then the caterpillar emerges from the outer shell and leaves behind the chrysalis part, right? Like the chrysalis was not something that they created. The chrysalis was a part of the change of the body, and it gets left behind after you know the caterpillar turns into soup and then reconfigures itself into a butterfly inside of the chrysalis, and then it breaks out and it leaves that chrysalis, that hard outer shell behind. We don't need the hard outer shell anymore. We are safe to be soft. We are safe to be open. We are safe to learn these new skills, because that's the other thing is caterpillars walk on the ground. They eat leaves, right? They have very specific things that they can do. Butterflies can't do any of those things, right? Butterflies don't even have mouth parts. They have a proboscis to drink nectar. Like they have a different food source, they have a different method of transportation, they have a completely different look. And that is what's happening to you. Like you are coming out of your chrysalis and you are becoming a completely different creature that you have never seen before. And you have to develop new skills that you've never had to use before. You know, caterpillars can't fly. You've never been able to fly before. Also, though, you can't keep stomping around on the ground because now you have these delicate little legs that are for landing instead of the big old stumpy caterpillar legs. And so that's really the place where this collective is at right now. We are learning new skills because we have become something completely different, something completely new that we have never experienced before. So I pulled some cards to kind of help us on our, I don't want to say journey because it's not a journey, it's metamorphosis, right? And you're starting to come out of that chrysalis now. You're starting to emerge and you have to emerge, right? The 8 of Cups says if you stay still, if you stay where you are, you will stagnate and unalive. Um, there is no staying in the chrysalis. There is no staying a caterpillar. You have to come out and move on, or else you will get very, very sick. And so the Two of Wands says that you have a direction, you know which way you're going, right? As a butterfly, which way are we going? We're going up, we're flying. Um, yep, monarchs go to Mexico. Ooh, maybe we should go to Mexico. Mexico. but, like, you know where you're going. You know what the new goal is. Like, you have that intuition, you have that inner knowing of where you need to merge and ascend to, and you're ready to put all of your efforts, all of your energy into um, now, interestingly, I got the Page and Queen of Cups for the last 2 cards for the pre-pull. So, the Page of Cups is really about embracing your creativity, embracing the romance, embracing the softness that you have not been able to embrace for a very long time, right? That chrysalis is a hard outer shell. There is no softness there, but it's time to embrace softness. It's time to let yourself be soft again. It is safe to let yourself be soft again. And then as you do that, and as you embrace creativity and surround yourself with family and beautiful things, it will open your intuition. It will open your psychic power so that you can get, I don't want to say back to, but so that you can really connect with your path, with your purpose, with where you're headed and where you're supposed to be. This is such an exciting message, guys. Also, if you don't know, I'm Sissy. I am your spiritual big sister, your cheerleader in all things growth. Um, I'm here for you. Like, I'm your big sister. I'm the big sister you never had. Or maybe I'm better than the big sister you did have. I don't know. Anyway, so let's pull a few more cards just out of the Santorum deck. This deck so much. It's so pretty. But let's pull a few more cards just to kind of give you guys some insight of what is coming, what to watch out for. Um, just give a little bit more detail on this whole metamorphosis. One. Okay. We have the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is always to me like the clock is ticking, right? It's time to make a move. It's time to do the things. And the good news is when you do the things, like blessings always. Um, so one thing with the Two of Wands that came up in your pre-pull too is we really need to be careful about how we talk about ourselves internally, right? How are you treating yourself? Like you deserve to be treated well. You deserve to be talked about well, with kindness, with softness. So I hope that you guys are doing. And that also, again, helps with the ushering in a new era, right? Ushering in a new time. Because how many of us have heard nothing but negative things? Then we have the Page of Swords. Can you guys see that? I hope so. So again, this is another, we're learning, right? We're becoming a new creature. We're learning new skills, things that we have never even been able to do before, not things that we've never had to do before, things that we've never been able to do before. Um, and so it's the same thing with the swords. Swords are air, that's mind, right? Like we're able to come up with new concepts, we're able to really follow through on thoughts and ideas and projects and how we speak, right? Swords has a lot to do with air, which is throat chakra, which is how we speak. You hear that? I just had to change right in the middle of the sentence because I was going down the wrong path. This is about learning how to speak better to and about ourselves, to and about other people. All right, what else do we need to know? No, I have had a massive throat chakra block throughout this entire chrysalis stage. So I am really glad to have my voice back. I'm really glad to be back on here with you guys. I have missed you guys. We have that chariot, right? It's another get moving card. Like this, literally, this entire reading, this entire message is about it's time to move and in new ways, right? Like we are able to move in ways that we've never been able to move before. And so it is time to do that. All right. So, you know what? Let me not put those back just yet. I'm feeling called to pull more cards. I was going to start on affirmations, but I'm being told there's another message in here. Okay. You know what's funny is during the pre-pull, strength fell out of the other deck, and I was like, oh, that just fell on the floor. Nope, it absolutely was for this message. See, this is what happens. The synchronicities are always there. Everything is a sign. Everything is an omen. Um, strength. So right now, it's time to muscle up, Buttercup. Right? Like it takes strength to learn new skills. It takes strength to develop that trust muscle. It takes strength to like it really does. It's so much easier to just sit around and say, that's not for me. I can't do it. Like, will it make you sick? Yes, but it'd be easier. Sitting on that couch is easy. It's not time for sitting on the couch. It's time for getting off of our tuchuses and getting moving. Because why? Ace of Pentacles, right? This is new money, new wealth, new beginnings. Right? This is something and new in our physical reality. I know I could use some new money. Could you use some new money? I bet you could. We have the tower. Everybody is so afraid of the tower, but the tower is not something to be afraid of. So when you when you go into that chrysalis phase, right? So if you haven't gone into it yet, it's a tower. It's you literally deconstruct into soup and make a new body. Like the tower is really about bringing down and getting rid of the structures that do not serve you. So, thought processes that do not serve you, physical structures that do not serve you. It's really about just clearing out all of the things that do not serve you, that do not have a solid foundation, that are not there for you, getting them out of the way, getting them cleared out of your life so that you have an area to make a solid foundation for your new life, for your new beginning, for your new body. It's, I know everybody's afraid of the tower because it means change, right? It means literally like deconstructive change. But that's not something to be afraid of. Like, we need that because what comes in on the other side is so much better than what we have now. Like, is it painful to go through? Yes. Good Lord, yes. Man, I tell you what, I went through an a positively horrendous um breakup a couple of years ago. Um, I wasn't planning on talking about this, but I'm feeling led to. So just last week, actually, 2 weeks ago, the 21st of February, um, is my rebirth day. So I took everything down to the ground. I tried to skadoosh on out of here, and thankfully, I was unsuccessful. Thankfully, they were able to help me at the hospital. And that's when I came back and just started axing everything out of my life. Like, I am not going to I'm not going to live a life that makes me not want to. You know what I'm saying? Um, but that really all came to a head from a very abusive relationship that at the time I thought I needed. At the time I thought I wanted. at the time I thought it was savable. I had a lot of misconceptions about what life could be and what my role was in it that completely got derailed and thrown off course, and my life could not be any further from where it was right now. And it was hard, it was painful, but it was also a good thing. It was also exactly what I needed. So, I mean, otherwise I would have, yeah, I would not be here today if I had not completely tore it to the ground and started over from the bottom up, right? Like there was nothing salvageable in that old life. And that's okay, right? Like that was a caterpillar's life and I'm a butterfly now. So, and that's where the collective is. I hope that you're not in that position. I hope that you are not feeling that hopeless. If you are, please God reach out. Like I am here for you. Like I take that so serious when I say that I'm your guys' spiritual big sister. I'm I am here for you. And I don't care if you're male, female, whatever. We're all sisters here. Um, okay. Well, that's what I have for right now. I'm going to get some affirmations together and then those will be uploaded to shorts and this will be uploaded to the videos. I look forward to seeing you guys again soon. I love you. Bye, 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 bye.